what are generational curses?
We all got to take steps in life just to like lead to a change. So it can't just be like just like that or like, oh, I'm about to do this. Has to have some type of little change for you to, you know, do something in life. Yeah.
So do you think like doing this and studying generational curses and actually talking to your dad is going to help you down the line? You feel like it's going to be better for you?
Yeah, I think
it
would, especially emotionally. If I ever come to a situation of just being really sad, I know I would be okay. And we talked about it instead of just like not, holding it off. Because, I mean, we all have to have our breakthrough of like not talking and not really saying anything, but it has to come to light eventually. So
that's one of my things. I got you here. I don't want you 20, so you need guidance. I don't want you to not know what to do. Yeah. We use our power sometime in the wrong light. You can watch a bunch of superhero movies. You see what I call it the Justice League. They doing their justice. They helping people out, and then they get tired of people just effing over them. They go to the Legion of Doom and start doing some other stuff, reverse to what they was taught to do right. So
because you can learn so fast. I be learning every day. It's one thing than learning through a person than on the internet every day.
Yeah.
It's all computer algorithm, technology stuff. But we're all human intellect. We know. We know but we don't know. So we're trying to understand it as we know our, history and stuff. I'm still taking it in. I really don't know what's happening.
Welcome to the high-risk process. Welcome to the high-risk process.
Okay. This is what we want to do. We want to kind of challenge each other.
Yeah.
Let's ask some questions to each other.
All right.
Let's see what's in your head, heart, mind, body, and soul that we can kind of use as build kind of our levels to this. We're already close, but I think we can build by knowing a little bit more what you think about such and such. With some questions. First question: What is your almost perfect scenario of a daddy-daughter relationship? That's a good one.
Yeah. I would say in my perspective, a perfect scenario in my brain would be a more of an emotional, connection to your own father, because a lot of women, around my age and older don't really have an emotional bond through their fathers because they're not really there, or they're like there physically, but emotionally can't really give them advice about certain things because based on like what certain men know. So I would say that's really important because we get emotional and we all need to bond emotionally through that communication of like any human, but a father is really needed through a bond of like emotional intellect connections.
Okay, that's good. I think that's fair for a square there.
That's just me and my perspective.
Yeah. But yeah, well said to me.
How about you? What do you think about it? Yeah. What do you think about this question?
Okay, so the ideal daddy-daughter relationship is this. So it's already being done.
Yeah.
It's me and you doing it together, building our relationship to not let other staples hold us down.
For real.
So we kind of I'm helping you pull the staples out as I go. Even the staples that I got built back then, I got to pull some of them out because they rusty now. So now we're going to hammer in a bunch of things together. And this is the ideal daddy-daughter relationship, doing this together. Can't ask for nothing better. No. Nothing. I mean, you could have graduated from college, and I've been proud, but I forgot it. We get to do this on the regular. So this here.
That's what's up. I like that answer. Yeah.
Okay, I got another one for you, though. Okay, what part is tough and easy about being a daughter to me as a father?
Tough because I am hard-headed, so I do process things differently of learning lessons. But I mean, growing up, I gotta learn through my own battles of like trying to communicate through my dad. So I think me trying to, I don't know, when you're growing up, you're just trying to open up certain things to your parents you don't know how to say. So I just have to accept that and let that be as I was like accepting myself. I always know my parents accept me, but it's just when you're around so many people of kids that don't really have that connection with their parents, you start trailing off on what, that idea of like having a connection with your parents. So,
Okay.
I think
That's the hard part.
yeah, that's the hard part.
Okay.
But just trying to like stay connect to your parents, because us young people we do our own thing all the time. We don't really think about our moms or dads like when we're just like chilling half the time, but they always think about us. So that's a part
Very
of
true.
like, our selfishness, my selfishness as well, that I kind of like still deal with. But in an easy route, I always try to express myself to my parents and just always let them know I love them. And they brought me here for a reason, so I have to live my purpose through this journey and represent them in many ways, even through my own mistakes.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good answer. That what's the easy part?
Yeah, that's the easy part,
okay,
of just
okay.
accepting myself and then around you guys.
Okay.
But the hard part of like knowing how it can be of like changing us, like I'm changing the question as I'm talking, but changing changing through life and learning lessons through your parents that they have to find about you. So
Oh, that's real. Yeah, as parents, we always thinking about our kids because it's near and dear to us. And I'm not talking about the people that don't think about the kids. I'm talking about the actual people that know that where's my daughter, where's my son. They probably 40 years old now. It's still like that with parents. The attachment is forever. Once our kids get kids, and then they see the same thing, so it kind of does what it do. Okay, I got another question for you, and this one will take a little bit more brain power. So think about this one. So my question to you is, which do you prefer? A father that provides your needs financially, but doesn't communicate, or a father that doesn't provide financially, but actively communicates with you? Think about that for a minute.
yeah, because both answers is
He gives you money,
Yeah.
but he don't communicate. But he don't really have a lot of money, but he communicates, and he there.
yeah. I would say a father that's more communicative with you, not even financially, because y'all can bond through many ways instead of just always having money, because material is gonna always be here. So yeah, a father that communicates and that's there for the kids is always gonna be a strong bond. Always.
So why not the one with the money that don't communicate? Why
Because
not that one?
that's just gonna fill the void that anybody can do, just buy things for people and just not really, bond with that person other than like what they can afford, not energy wise. So
Okay.
people really exchange money to see their, not really desires, but they're like, thanks to a person. But if you're really there for that person, energy wise, it will show instead of just through a gift.
Okay, good answer. You answered them both.
Okay.
Clearly.
Yeah. What do you think about that question as well?
Okay. I didn't see that coming. Okay. So I had a daddy. So yeah, hold on. I gotta go into that. I had a daddy. So which one would I rather? A daddy with money? Because a man's a little different. He needs love and affection too, but he needs a provider. So I'm gonna go communicative. I needed a daddy more communicative instead of the money, because I saw the daddies that give the kids the money and they pimped off and was not available, but they'll send them some money. But my daddy was there. He was active. He was very communicative. He didn't have a lot of money, but it seemed like he had all the money because he knew how to do everything. He knew how to do everything. So yeah, I definitely take a father that's not financially but more actively communicative, giving me the game. That's how I got here. My father was like that. He gave me the game. That's how I got the IRS process. Robert Sanders Sr., my daddy, Robbie, gave me the game. All my brothers gave us the game. Gave us a blueprint. Everybody did it differently. But he gave it to us, so I can't get mad at my daddy for that. He communicated. So yeah, thank you for that. So I had to dive into that. Yeah. Okay. Last question. It's been good. It's been good. And kind of enjoying this. I can't wait to many more. This therapy. Okay, so one last question. Gonna close this out. I need to know this from you. You're gonna have a family one day.
You're right.
You're gonna have some kids one day. So
I don't. Maybe
not. But just to think now, because I think young people, they think more stuff later. But if you ask them the question now, it give you some thoughts. So my question to you, Morgan, is: do you plan on raising your children the same or different than your parents?
I would raise my kids differently based on like generations changing every day, but like still following what my parents told me as I grew up, because I still need elderly advice through like, you know, trying to be wise through this journey in life. But I would raise my kids differently, but still having that backhand thought of like what my parents told me over time in life.
Okay.
Because we all need advice.
Yeah. One thing I like that. I like that thought process, but you know, that's definitely some thought to your future. And you have to be asked that question, because I remember when we had you and Kennedy. I remember some other people that had some kids and bits and pieces dragged in what I thought. Watched TV. Remember how I was treated. I remember I tried to whoop Kennedy one day. I was like, okay, that's another generation curve, whooping your kids, you know, stuff like that. And she took that shit like a soldier. She was like, so we had to kill that, because we gonna kill her if we gonna get out of her what we was gonna force out of her. So me and your mama killed that, and we just kind of just communicated with y'all, tried to educate y'all from two different sides, and kind of willed it through. And I think that's why you kind of got developed like this, because you came from two good different cloth, because we already sacrificed for you, you and Kennedy. So
yeah, and I learned through my own parents and through everybody else's parents, because that's on how we got here. So we have to represent on how we got brought here. We cannot ignore that existence ever.
Okay. All right, this has been another good one, Mo. This is episode 2.
It was good.
We got through it. Hope everybody enjoyed our conversation, our daddy-daughter conversations.
Right.
If it was tough talk, it was kind of tough for me. I was a little nervous in the beginning. It's the second episode, y'all. Excuse me if you saw the nervousness. I'm going to get better. But I was told in the last episode to not slurp. So I got a glass. So hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I slurp.
Yeah.
Check. Microphone check. I will say this. For the people that's enjoying this, that's getting something out of this, if you could let us know in the comments, what was your generational curse? What did you go through? Was it smoking? Was it drinking? Was it marital affairs? Was it debt? Was it gambling? Please drop us something in the comments. Let us know how you feeling this, and let us keep feeding off. We're all in this together. We need that information to keep it going, because I mean, we learned a lot. We learned a lot.
Yeah.
So once again, Mo, thank you for a good process. I like your shirt.
Thank you. Thank you, Bridget.
Shout out to our producer, Bridget. She's making all this happen. She even gave me more fingerprints on the side. So we in this. We fingerprint up in here. You definitely one of these prints. You definitely one of these prints. So I digress, and we can continue on to episode 3. We're gonna close it out with a hug every time. Love you, baby girl.
Love you too, Daddy.
All right. So let's get going. So with all that said, we out. Yeah.